Welcome to Raw Review Mini, a show that tries to focus on the most important and meaningful parts of Raw. I just thought of that and I should have said this for quite a long time because it made more sense. Anyway, we got big... look, you get Great Balls of Fire. It was actually a good pay-per-view. It wasn't great, it was good. Then you see this. You wonder if it was great, good, or they're a little confused. I feel like they didn't act too confused. The show is a little bit better than it normally is, but it's not great. Enzo dealing with the Big Show. Look, I said this in Great Balls of Fire. Why are you rushing? Why is the WWE rushing this situation with Kaz? Kaz cut a pretty good promo. He's not the best mic skilled guy. That's what Enzo was for. Enzo was his mouthpiece. That's the reason why Enzo was around the most around him, if that made any sense. He did an okay job here. Now he got a little tangled with the Big Show. And now you wonder, will Enzo interject himself into this feud between him and Big Show? My guess is it's going to be like that due to the fact they weren't willing to build this into SummerSlam. I'm saying this truthfully, ladies and gentlemen. Enzo and Kaz should have never been broken up. There was still a lot of mileage to the gimmick. At least another year. Easily another year where people still loved them doing the Certified G thing. Maybe even a year and a half into it. You could have got a year and a half of mileage out of this wonderful gimmick, but they decided to break them up. And I said this very clearly. They shouldn't rush this. And they have. Yes, Kaz got over on Enzo, and Enzo got a lot of sympathy. But it could be more stronger if it had been done at a signature pay-per-view like SummerSlam. Now you got Enzo out of the picture for the next, who knows, couple of weeks. And now he's going to probably deal with Big Show, Big Kaz. And he got his ass beaten up by Big Show. So you wonder if they understand how to really build real stars. Because when it comes to this, I just don't see it. I want them to ease into this, to make Kaz important, because Big Show is going to retire soon. He's my age, or a little bit younger. I think he's about 45 years old. I'm a little older than him. So he's nearing the point of retirement. Maybe another 3 or 5 years he's got before he hits it. So I just wish they would actually use their head. And they didn't. Now, what you got for the Hardys. Because of the way they talked before they had the match between Gallows and Anderson, you wonder, are they now finally able to use the broken gimmick? I'm hoping. Because they got their ass handed to them last night. It was a great match. It was the second best match. No, the third best match of the night. I'm sorry. It was the third best match of the night. And here, it wasn't a bad match. But still, they lost. Now, if it's leading for them to do a heel turn or to go to the broken gimmick, I would be all for it. But as it stands now, if I don't see it, this is just a Dudley's 2.0. Now, when it comes to what happened with Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman, Kurt Angle, and the Samoan twins, I'm not trying to insult Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns. Got two Samoans who don't even acknowledge each other as Samoans. This is the thing that gets me, ladies and gentlemen. Instead of making this important, like Paul Heyman did, at least Paul Heyman said it clearly. Samoa Joe, the Samoan that has been removed from his own people, they have ostracized him and they got his ass kicked by Brock Lesnar, is now in front of us. You'll never get that title again or try again. Never. That was beautiful. They mentioned his Samoan heritage. They mentioned that he got his ass kicked. And that showed how afraid Paul Heyman was, and Samoa Joe played and capitalized on it. But then, what do we get with Roman Reigns? Nothing. I'm not harping on Roman Reigns. But what did we get from Roman Reigns? He said, seriously? You're going to be acting like this? You guys came up during the Attitude Era. You guys actually did way worse than me. I'm just playing along. Come come on, dude. Why are you mentioning them? Roman Reigns needs to be a heel that is all himself, his own. Saying that he wants to be grabbing to the Attitude Era, where 3 guys who are well known in the Attitude Era would laugh at him because of his build, he shouldn't even go there. What he should have said was, hey, I did what I wanted to do because my Samoan blood was boiling. I don't let nobody beat me. Nobody. That would have been a better line. And that would have gone along with Samoa Joe. Saying, oh, your Samoan blood was boiling. Your blood's nothing compared to mine. My blood was truly boiling when I was up against this piece of garbage. And I know I beat him. Which he should have beat him. Instead of having to cheat. Brock Lesnar should have cheated instead of Samoa Joe cheating. Brock Lesnar should have won by cheating. Not won by one freaking F5. Now, I didn't say that in my review, but pretty much that's the way it is. He should have never won. I did say he should have never won, but he should have never won clean. Because why would you even care about Samoa Joe from going forward? Because he can easily be beaten by one F5. And now we're going to have a match. A match next week to see who's the #1 contender for SummerSlam. Look, Samoa Joe did a great promo, but then he fell flat on his face, not because of his own doing, but because Roman Reigns sounded like garbage. And then, well, Paul Heyman gave him some boost, but no one else was willing to back him up. If they had talked about the Samoan blood a little bit more, I think that would have gotten it over a little bit more than it was. Even though the crowd was into it to a certain extent, I just feel like it needed more. Goldust dealing with R-Truth. Now, I know there's some people just don't like the Goldust and R-Truth gimmick. The feud. They don't like it. But let's be honest here. Like I said with Rockstar Spud and Swoggle, you dedicate a couple of months to this, and then you do this on normal television. Now, a lot of people would say, so? That means they realized it was garbage. No. You go through with it. Make it important. There's always a line. You can turn shit into lemonade. They could have made this into something if they just promoted it more and done something with it. I'm not saying that this was the greatest feud there was. At least it was something different. I wanted to see R-Truth turn heel instead of Goldust, because R-Truth is a very good heel when he wants to be. That's what I wanted to see, but we didn't get that. But if they had done it the right way, it would have been something substantial. But as it stands, and now they've done it here, where now Goldust has now won, they're going to keep the feud going on, and it's just going to be meaningless. I just feel like it was just a joke. And that's just how I feel. The last thing I'll talk about is Bray Wyatt dealing with Seth Rollins. Look, there's no images here because I thought Bray Wyatt was going to lose. He didn't. Bray Wyatt won. And then Seth Rollins gets his ass handed to him. And then after that, Dean Ambrose comes out and saves his butt. Because the Miztourage and the Miz tried to beat up on Seth. Now here's the thing. Why did you focus on that when Bray Wyatt should be cared about? He got 2 wins, and then he just disappears out of the blue and there's some laughter. That's it. And they focus on the Miz, the Miztourage, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose. Like I said, this isn't about Bray Wyatt. It never has been. Bray Wyatt is a plot device. I still say it and I mean it. Bray Wyatt needs to leave WWE. He's nothing there. This is just my point of view. You guys tell me how you feel below. Have a good day. Have a good night. Hope that the Samoan twins actually do something good next week. See ya.